Let's rewind, shall we? Through songs that hold stories, moments, and memories. Welcome to Reminiscence in Chords, Music and Memory, where the past plays on.
Just imagine stepping into a time machine powered by music. Every note, every lyric, a doorway to the past. Welcome to Reminiscence in Chorus, the place where every song tells a story. I'm Dainty, your guide through the melodies and memories of the past. Some artists evolve, switch up their sound, or chase trends, but then you have those who stay true to who they are, no matter how much success comes their way. And in 1999, Genuine made it clear with Same OG that no matter how much the world changed around him, he was still that same dude. This track wasn't just about the music, it was a statement. It dropped at a time when R&B was shifting, but Genuine stayed in his lane, delivering that signature smooth sound. So Same OG was part of a soundtrack for the movie Dr. Dolittle, and later included in his second album. It was just never released as an official single, but it gained significant airplay and became a fan favorite. If you know the song Like I Do, you would know that it was produced by Timbaland, who also provided background vocals in the music. Have you ever had a situation where people around you assumed you changed because of your career, wealth, status in life, but you know your values and personality remain unchanged in spite of your growth? That's the whole meaning of this song. And this song reminds me of how much I enjoyed the song back in the day because of its arrangement and bass of the song. It does, however, let me reflect on my journey and do a deep reflection on successes in life. If I have changed, if my personality has changed because of any of the success, and I don't mean I'm wealthy, I'm just saying that, when you work on yourself and you're successful in that, no matter which part of your life, is a career or whatnot, that's what I'm saying. When you're successful in just evolving, and I ask myself, have I changed? Has my personality changed because of that success? I do know that my personality remains the same. And one of the reasons that I'm so confident in this is because when I reconnect with old friends, one of the things they tell me after a few chats is, you haven't changed. And that's not in a bad way, I promise you that. What I can say is that at some point in my life, I had to separate myself from certain people. And I think these happen to most of us in life, right? I felt like we were at different stages in life, and not because I was doing better. I wasn't, although people might think that I was doing better. And that's why I'm making these changes, not out of pride or ego, but simply because the vibes, the mindset, the journey no longer align. And for some time, I would feel guilty when I sang the lyrics to the song, asking myself, are you really sure you're the same OG? The song is always a food for thought for me. It stirs up self-reflection, but here's the beauty of it. When people from my past reconnect and say, you haven't changed, and they mean it in a good way, that's confirmation. That's proof that I'm still me, even if life added a few layers. Growth doesn't mean becoming unrecognizable. It means becoming deeper, more grounded. That's the real kind of success, if you ask me. So yeah, for anyone listening who ever second guessed whether they've changed too much or maybe not enough, I hope this reminds you that it's okay to evolve. You can still be the same soul, just moving with more clarity. And if songs like this makes you pause and reflect, that's a gift.
Reminiscence in Chords.
Recently, I had a discussion about this with an acquaintance, Eli, and I asked if he could relate to this song, and I also shared my insight. He shared a story about when he was in high school. He said he had always been the quiet, the dependable guy in high school. He played basketball for his school then. Other students and the physical education teacher liked him because he was real, never the type to show off, always looking out for his peers. But then Eli left. Eli traveled to another country because he got a scholarship abroad at a top university. During his school years, he hustled his way into a job. So he was schooling and working simultaneously. That took most of his time, as you can imagine. But back at home, some old friends thought he had changed because he seemed too busy to stay in touch, not knowing what he was going through. They stopped reaching out. Some of them whispered about how Eli probably thinks it's too good for us now. According to Eli, that was not the case. One day, he got a message on Facebook from his high school basketball coach. "Heard you're doing big things now," says the coach. Eli said he was going to ignore him, but decided to respond and said, "Still me, coach, just been moving different, that's all." You know, when Eli shared this with me, it really got me thinking, isn't it funny how success or even just movement can make people question your intentions? Like, Eli didn't switch up on anyone. Life just started moving at a different pace for him, studying, working, navigating life in a whole new country. I say that's not changing in a bad way. That's surviving. That's adapting. But sometimes, you know, people back home only see the highlight reel, or worse, they imagine one that doesn't even exist. And just like that, the same people you would have gone to war for now start assuming you've left them behind. I love how, well, for me, I like pettiness sometimes. I love how Eli responded, "Still me, coach, just been moving different, that's all." That's poetry. That's growth. It's like saying, I haven't forgotten where I'm from. I've just had to take a different path to where I'm going. If you're listening and you're in that phase where people are misreading your silence, let Eli's story be a reminder. You don't owe everyone access to your struggle. Sometimes moving different is what growth looks like, and the real ones, they'll understand that. Big respect to Eli and to everyone out there doing the quiet, consistent work, even when no one is cheering. Before we go, I want to send a special shout out to one of our listeners who left a comment on episode 7, Toki. I want to let you know that your comment touched me deeply. Thank you for listening, for feeling it, and also for remembering your loved ones with us. This show is for moments like that and for people like you. Thank you. And until next time, Cordians, keep growing, keep evolving, but never forget the quiet strength of staying true to who you are.
Thanks for rewinding with us. If a song unlocked something in you, follow the show, pass it along. And if you've got a moment worth remembering, share it at reminchords@gmail.com. The next memory we play just might be yours.